Hey guys, it's Charity, and today we're talking about starting your fitness journey in 2020.
You just come running by.
So in this video, I want to talk about basically my personal journey with fitness, common mistakes I see in fitness all the time, and some tips that I hope will be helpful to some of you who are personally thinking of starting your own fitness journey. Alright, so let's talk about a little bit of my personal journey and how I got started with fitness. I basically got serious with fitness almost 6 years ago, and I was 21 at the time. And I remember at that time, I just really wasn't in love with my body, and I do think a lot of reasons why people want to get into the gym, start working out. Obviously, a lot of it is the physical aspect. And I later found out down the road that although the physical aspect was great, I started to gain muscle and I was losing a bit of fat. I did see a lot of benefits mentally, and I really found myself being in a better mental state just in general. Of course, when you're being active, when you're working out, you get that boost of endorphins and serotonin, which is a really good side effect of working out and taking care of your body. So yeah, honestly, when I started, it was just about changing the way I looked because I wasn't really confident with myself and my outward appearance, and just really setting aside time every day to, better yourself can create such a positive aspect in your life. So yeah, I was basically working out on and off for about 2 years, but I didn't change my diet at all. And although I did see like the newbie gains, I did see myself kind of plateauing after a while. And of course, because I did not want to change what I was eating. And it's so true about what they say that diet is almost like 85 to 90% of the results that you want to see, because you could be really seriously working out, but if your diet doesn't match your active lifestyle, there's only so far you could go. For instance, if you want to bulk and if you want to gain a lot of muscle and you're not eating enough calories, you're just not going to get there. And for me personally, after gaining a little bit of muscle, I did want to get leaner, and it was just not really happening for me because I didn't want to cut my calories. I did not want to be in a caloric deficit, and so therefore I didn't see as much progress that I wanted to see. So basically about 6 years later, I've been a little bit more focused on my diet, and not to say that I eat strictly all the time. I believe in balance. Okay, so let's talk about a few common mistakes that I find with people who are just starting their fitness journey. Number one is don't focus on short-term goals. And the reason why is because if you're trying to get that six-pack within like 6 weeks and it doesn't seem to be getting any closer, you could easily lose your motivation. And that's definitely happened to me before, where I'm like, okay, I give myself a certain time frame to where I want to see these results, and sometimes the time frame is just not realistic. And we give ourselves like a month to lose weight that we've gained over a period of a whole year. So I do think it's really important to focus on the long-term goals, and whether you're trying to like lose weight for a wedding or a birthday, that could be great motivation, but really think about it in the long run of how this active and healthy lifestyle could benefit you years from now and not just for a special occasion. The second common mistake that I find a lot of people do is they try to follow someone else's fitness journey. Just remember that all of our bodies are different, and what I need personally for myself can be a lot different than your body's needs, and it's up to you to really figure out on your own how your body works and what's really the best way to get you the results that you really want. The third mistake that I find a lot of people do is to jump into the gym and working out without ever really doing their research. And the problem with that is, with working out and things like that, it's you're really prone to injury. So really not having correct form or just trying to lift really heavy when you're not at that point yet could easily result in an injury. I mean, I've definitely had a few injuries here and there. Even right now, I think my right knee, I think I did something when I was doing my squat. So it is important to really know what you're doing before you start hitting the gym and getting those weights in. Okay, so quickly, I want to talk about some tips I think can help you if you're either starting your fitness journey or you lost track and you kind of want to just get back on track. Start with whatever you have. And I know right now, not all the gyms are open yet, so just start with body weights, start with your diet, start with a couple of dumbbells that you might have laying around your house. Just because you don't have the gym and you don't have equipment, you could still start your fitness journey now. Remember that diet is key, and even if you could only work out a few times a week, if you're really focusing and honing in on your diet, I do think you could still see really good results. So I do think that being active and really just taking care of your body from the inside out kind of just goes hand in hand. Not to say that you need to restrict yourself at all. Like I mentioned before, I believe in balance, so I don't like to restrict myself on any type of foods, but I do think it is important to limit yourself, especially when it comes to foods that are not that great for your body. And my last tip for y'all is to not stop when you're not feeling motivated, because if you're trying to do this for the long run, you are definitely not going to be motivated all the time. My extra tip for you is if you're feeling really unmotivated, grab a pre-workout and chug that thing, because that's definitely a way for me to kind of like motivate myself or just to find the energy to work out. But yeah, I do think that being motivated all the time is very rare, and it's just really on you to push yourself when you're not feeling it, because trust me, finding motivation is something I think we all deal with no matter where we are in our fitness journey. So yeah, I hope that some of you found these tips helpful. I do think that now is a really good time to get into fitness if that's something that you've been wanting to do, because majority of us have a lot more time on our hands. And yeah, I hope that all of you are staying safe out there. If you are watching this video and you like this type of content, make sure you subscribe down below. I post weekly videos. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.